You pull out your phone, you scan a QR code, and boom, you've paid for your chai. Feels like absolute magic, doesn't it? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on India's digital payment system and see exactly how that money zips from your bank account to the shopkeepers all in an instant.
I mean, think about it. We do this dozens of times a week. You scan, you tap pay, and poof, payment done. But what's the actual technology, the real wizardry, making it all happen in the blink of an eye? Let's follow the money, starting right where it all begins, with that simple scan. All right, first up, our journey begins with probably the most common sight in modern India, that simple, ubiquitous QR scan.
At the very heart of all this is one system, UPI, which stands for Unified Payments Interface. You can think of it as the super-fast engine that lets your money travel from your bank account to someone else's in real time, all through the phone in your pocket.
So let's walk through a real-world example. Priya needs to pay a street vendor 150 rupees. She scans the code, types in the amount, and then enters her secret PIN to give it the green light. Now here's the really important part. The money doesn't go into some phone pay wallet that you have to top up. Nope, it moves instantly and directly from Priya's bank account straight into the vendor's bank account. That direct bank-to-bank transfer is the true game changer of UPI.
Now, as amazing as this is, it's not the Wild West. There are a few rules of the road. You've got daily limits on how much money you can send and how many times you can do it. The magic is all powered by your unique virtual payment address, or VPA, which kind of works like an email address, but for your money. It's so woven into our lives now, it even has its own official hashtag, #UPI Chalega.
Okay, so if UPI is the engine, then who built the car? Let's zoom out a bit from that one single transaction and look at the absolute powerhouse organization that built India's entire digital payment system from the ground up. And that would be the NPCI, the National Payments Corporation of India. You might not know the name, but trust me, this single organization is the mastermind that created and now manages pretty much every single way we pay for things digitally in this country. And when I say they run the show, I mean, just look at this list. The sheer scale is incredible. The UPI you use for coffee, the RuPay card in your wallet, the IMPS for urgent transfers, even the network that lets all our different bank ATMs talk to each other. It's all under the NPCI umbrella. The big takeaway here? These things aren't separate companies competing with each other. They're all part of one big, interconnected family. And that's why it all works together so smoothly.
So beyond QR codes, another huge part of this universe is, of course, card payments. So now, let's talk about the plastic in our wallets and the invisible highways that make them work.
I love this analogy. Think of networks like Visa, MasterCard, and RuPay as the actual highways for your money. When you swipe or tap your card, these are the networks that securely carry all the transaction info between your bank and the store's bank, making sure the payment goes through correctly. So you've got the huge international players, right? Visa and MasterCard. They work pretty much anywhere in the world. But then there's RuPay, India's own domestic network, also built by, you guessed it, NPCI. And its big advantage? The transaction costs are lower for merchants. That's a huge deal, and a major reason why it's been adopted so widely across the country.
Okay, let's quickly clear up something that sometimes confuses people: the difference between a debit and a credit card. It really just boils down to one simple question: whose money are you spending? With a debit card, you're spending your own money, straight out of your bank account. With a credit card, you're actually borrowing the bank's money for a short time, which you have to pay back later.
Let's make this super clear with Ria's dress purchase. She buys a dress for 2,000 rupees. If she uses her debit card, that money is gone from her account right then and there. But if she uses her credit card, her bank balance doesn't change at all. She's basically taken a tiny short-term loan from the bank, and she'll settle up with them when her monthly bill arrives.
All right, we've covered paying for stuff. But what about when you just need to send money from your bank account directly to someone else's? Well, for that, India basically has a whole menu of options you can choose from.
There are three main ways to do this: NEFT, RTGS, and IMPS. And the key is just knowing which one to use when. For regular, everyday transfers with no minimum amount, NEFT is your go-to. For a really big, high-value transfer like maybe buying a car or property, you'd use RTGS, which is real-time. And for any urgent transfer up to 2 lakh rupees, IMPS is your instant solution. And the best part? All three are now available 24/7. No more waiting for banking hours. And for all those payments that happen over and over again, your rents, your loan EMIs, your monthly investments, there's the standing instruction. You just tell your bank one time what to pay, how much, and on what date, and it just happens automatically every single month. It is the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it tool.
So, for our final piece of the puzzle, how does the system know exactly where to send your money? It's all about the address. Let's look at the postal codes for your money, both here in India and across the globe.
We've all seen this 11-digit IFSC code when we try to send money. But what does it actually mean? Well, it's not random at all. It's a very precise address. The first 4 letters tell you the bank, like SBIN for State Bank of India. That 5th character is always a 0, and the last 6 digits, they pinpoint the exact specific bank branch. It's a unique postal code for every single bank branch in the country.
Okay, but what if you're sending money to another country? That's where the SWIFT code comes in. It's the global standard, a secure messaging system that makes sure international money transfers get to exactly the right place.
And just like the IFSC code, it has a clear structure. You've got the bank code, then the country code, so IN for India, then a location code, and sometimes an optional code for the specific branch. This system is what allows money to flow securely between banks all over the planet.
And this brings us to a really fascinating geopolitical point. Because the SWIFT network is so crucial to global finance, getting cut off from it can be used as a powerful international sanction. And because of that, countries like India, Russia, and China are now actually exploring creating their own alternative systems. It's a move that could seriously shake up how money flows around the world in the future.
So, there you have it. We've gone from a simple QR scan for a cup of coffee all the way to the complex web of global finance. And it really leaves you with the big final question, doesn't it? As our payments become totally instant, completely digital, and potentially borderless, what does that mean for the future of money itself? It's a fascinating thought. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.